Welcome. This is Marty Murphy of what was tappingreallyworks.com, and I'm now in the process of changing that over to martymurphy.com and getting my logo in place and all of that. So you'll be seeing these changes to my website. And the title of today's video newsletter is Holy Crap, I Really Quit My Job. And what I wanted to talk to you about is this doesn't necessarily have to apply just to quitting your job, but it's very prevalent for me in my life right now. Any major life change that we make, you can really have that feeling of like, holy crap, what am I doing? And as exciting as something new can be, it can be equally scary. And the last video I had talked about going to this terror place about, oh my God, what have I done? And thankfully, that has not returned because thanks to the tapping really works. It really took this huge edge off of whatever old piece that was left in me. But there's definitely stuff that comes up on this journey, and doubt can come in, and then excitement, and then oh my God, what am I doing? And oh no, it's the right thing. And what I call the teeter-totter of emotions and the challenges that come up with that. And to me, this is the work. This is the grist for the mill. This is how we go about changing our lives, and this is how you too can change any area of your life. And if you are in a job or a business or a career that is not serving you, and you want to make a change, yet that seems so far out in the distance, I'm here to tell you I felt exactly the same way. I turned 52 June 1st, and I felt like I searched most of my life to try and find some meaningful work for me. But, I did the standard go to school, get a degree, get a job, and I did all that. And I've done well in corporate America. I've been able to live in that system and navigate through it and do it pretty well. But it's not without its dinks in your armor. And that is definitely something that I, have experienced over the years. But I would tell you, it's definitely given me a lot of fortitude. I noticed that with a lot of my friends that have been in corporate America and have made the changes. I think because you have to develop this degree of thick skin, it is helpful in many ways where it's like, okay, when you meet a challenge, it's like, okay, well, I've gotten through worse than this. And that's just the industry that I've known. I can't speak to many of the others. And now moving more and more back into this entrepreneurial world, all the emotions and feelings that come up with that. And going through the doubt and dealing with that. And that's the beauty of tapping, is you have a tool in your pocket, in your fingertips, literally, that can help as emotions come up and emotions surface to take the edge off those, so that you can take a step, move forward, take another step, move forward, take another step, so that you too can take your own big leap. And I want to read you a quote by Joseph Campbell, and I love this one. It says, "As you go the way of life, you will see a great chasm. Jump. It is not as wide as you think." And that to me is really at the heart and the soul of taking the big leap. And some people have the ability to go and take a huge leap and literally just do it, just go out and do it, and they can make it work, or they fall on their face. Other people have to find a way to transition into that. I've done both. I can tell you, I feel like for me personally and my personality, the transitioning piece has just been infinitely better, because back when I took the jump, I didn't have the proper tools in place psychologically to be able to help me get through that. So I see a lot of self-sabotage that took place that really I could have better navigated through and potentially even avoided had I had the tool of tapping and had the things in place that I know now. So this go round, learning to transition And the thing that I've personally liked about transitioning is, and also having the tool of tapping, is it has allowed me to deal with the host of emotions that come up in manageable form. So even though that one day when I talked about it, I had just massive terror coming up, I knew that I had a tool that could actually help me so that that terror would not take over. So as you move forward in your life, and if you are in a job or work or career that's not serving you, I'm here to tell you, if I can do it, and I've heard people say this, you can too, and it's true. I felt like I was one of the most blocked, stuck people on the planet, and I'm sure I wasn't, I'm sure I don't have that status all by myself, but that's how it felt to me, very personal to me, and felt so inept and incapable. And I'd do the try and fail cycle. Oh, I'd try something, I'd get some traction, and then the traction would fall apart and I couldn't maintain the traction, and then I'd sabotage myself. And that's not happening this time. I just taking the steps forward. And I found that, the doubt that has come, it's still there and it comes up, but it's lessening. And I find it being replaced more often with the emotion of excitement and like, whoa, I'm headed on this journey and we'll see where it ends up, and moving through that and navigating through that in a much clearer way, and absolutely knowing that I have the tools in place to emotionally deal with this. And if you have that in place as well, I believe you can do anything, that you can get yourself to a place in the increments that you need to, or you can take your own huge big leap, just all at once and do it, and work through that depending on your personality. And I would say this: be honorable to whatever your personality is. I think we live in a world and a society that tells us, just do it, get it done, just, it is all about jumping or taking this leap in a way that's just like, wah, and I jumped. Did I have a parachute on? I'm checking after I've jumped. If your personality is the type that can jump and just free fall and go for it, and that works for you, and you found that you've had a lot of success that way, honor that. If you find that you're the type like, I've got to ease myself into this, I've got to transition into this, I've got to make myself feel some sense of safety as I do that, honor that. That's who you are. We spend so much time comparing or judging ourselves, to others, and yet you typically find you'll always lose. So it's really all about learning more about yourself and what makes you tick and how it works for you, and honoring you. And if somebody else does it differently than you, you can honor them too and go, that's great, just not my path. I have to do it the way that's right for me. And I can tell you, since I've been on this entrepreneurial path, I have found everybody's got an opinion about the way you should do something, and every opinion is typically different. And the bottom line is, what's great about all that is you can just take in all those opinions and then keep checking in with yourself. What's right for me? Because that's the thing that's been amazing to me about this journey so far, is learning more and more about me and getting to know me better and what makes me tick and what works for me, regardless of what anyone else in my life says to me and what they tell me, and really honor you. And so you can move into a new arena in your life that you love. And yeah, you might have the holy crap thoughts, but you have a tool in place that you can manage your way through that and navigate through that. So let's just do a quick tapping round on that and start on the karate chop. Even though, holy crap, even thinking about changing my life scares the hell out of me, I choose to accept that I feel this way, even though it's really scary. Even considering it, I deeply and profoundly accept that I feel this way. even though it's scary even pondering this idea. I can't do that. That's way outside my comfort zone. I accept myself and my feelings right now. Holy crap. I can't believe what's coming up for me. Just even thinking about this. I think I've limited my dreams for so long. Even the idea of making a major life change is really scary to me. But I want to honor me. Because I see that I judge myself often. And I don't think that's ever helped me. Being motivated through negativity has never really worked for me. So maybe my first step here is all about acceptance and accepting myself completely, just as I am right now. Accepting me right now, where I'm at. This is the first step. I don't have to do anything right now other than work on self-acceptance. I think I can do that. I might not accept myself right now. I might not accept where I am. But I even want to make that okay. The fact that I'm not in acceptance yet. That's my first step. Accepting my lack of acceptance. Wow, there's a lot of layers here. But this is the work. The internal work that is so important to get me where I want to go. And what if, as I keep shifting internally, this holy crap, that's really scary feeling can begin to subside. I'm just going to sit with this right now. That acceptance is the first step. I've heard that before. Must be some truth to it. I've spent a lifetime being hard on myself. And maybe I can try the opposite now. And start with acceptance. Let me try it right now. I accept all of me, even the non-accepting parts. I want to accept all of me, even the non-accepting parts. What if eventually I can get there? To this place of self-acceptance. One thought at a time. I don't always accept myself. That's okay. I'm learning to accept myself. That will get me where I want to go. Accepting all of me. Every single part of me. This is my inner work. That's why we say, I choose to love and accept myself. I want to love and accept myself. I do want to. It would feel great to accept myself. And what if I'm beginning right now? I'm setting myself on the path of acceptance right now. So that when I say, I choose to love and accept myself, I actually mean it. Take a deep breath. And go back and do that tapping sequence as many times as you need to and replace the words with words that fit for you better. I am a firm believer. The more I do this work with myself and my clients, it truly boils down to this. Acceptance, 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 acceptance. Acceptance of self, acceptance of the situation, acceptance of those around us. Acceptance, it really is the first key. But when we begin to accept ourselves and everything about us, we really can affect change. Because there's such a peaceful quality about that. There's not the emotional charge and attachment. You know, when somebody, I've noticed that myself sometimes if somebody says something to me and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. Whereas before I might have been like, oh God, don't say that to me. I don't even want to hear that. And when I can more and more be in that place of, yeah, that's true, I do it, and even find humor about my flaws and foibles, it makes all the difference in the world. So you too can get there so that your holy crap, I can't change my life, becomes holy crap, I am changing myself and my life. This is my wish and my hope for you. And by the way, happy 4th of July. Go out and have a great time, and I'll see you on the next video. Take good care.